Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Messy Podcast.
Welcome to Spark and Chaos, a
More
journey
chaos.
of thought with Kyle and Leah, full of chaos.
More chaos.
I'm Kyle Phillips, and with me, as always, is
Leah Clark.
This is episode 16 of the podcast, and we finished watching season 2, episode 2 of My Hero Macadamia Nut.
Macadamia Nut.
So now we're going to talk about it. In this episode, students of UA get ready for the sports festival. 1A becomes the villain of the event thanks to Bakugo. The first event is an obstacle race, which Todoroki immediately excels at. Segments for the app include show and tell, VA shoutouts, Patreon cues, character profile. We're going to be profiling Bakugo today. And our special episodic segment is Who Said It? Clifford Chaplin or Katsuki Bakugo?
Bakugo.
But yeah, here we go. Let's talk about the app.
Let's do it.
The app, yeah. So we pick up a lot of recap in this app.
Yeah, there was a lot.
They like to recap in this show, I guess, or this season. The whole "you have to say I am here" thing.
That was really funny. That was my favorite thing of this whole episode.
They just keep referencing it over and over again.
Because that's been my thing. Is like, is he actually going to say it? Like, if he's going to be the new All Might.
Man, I don't know. Should we take bets? Should we make a bet, a wager?
Between us?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they already know.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we bet?
I don't know. We can bet something funny. Like if I win, then you have to play Stardew with me for an hour on my Twitch.
Okay.
There.
And if I win, you have to play Warzone with me
God
for an hour
damn it.
on my Twitch.
Okay, fine.
Deal?
Deal.
Okay, well, so what do you think? Do you think he's going to say it at the end of the season?
God. It's like he could. I don't think he's going to.
See, I don't think he's going to either.
Well, then damn it. Then that sucks. We
Yeah.
both win.
We both win. Okay.
All right.
Well, if we're both right, then we have to play on each other's Twitches.
There we go.
If
and if
we're
we're not,
both wrong, then
so it's like
we
an all or
have to do it.
nothing.
Yeah. I like it.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, they keep referencing that. Briner says the whole, 20% of people don't have quirks, that whole deal at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Leah said she likes the new opening.
I do like the new opening. It's a little bit more
it
catchy.
better than the first one.
I did like the first one a lot, but I felt like at first I was comparing that to the new one as in nostalgia plus or new. But when I really think about it, it's like, no, I like the new one. It's a little bit more jammy.
Yeah, a little more jammy.
A little more jammy. And it made me think about, I don't know. I know how, we talked about last time that in Japan, there's, a lot of, bands or, famous people that will do the openings.
Yeah.
And, it's weird for us. But it's really not. Because remember Friends, it was, the Rembrandts.
That's right.
That was an actual song that was on the radio.
Wait, did they make that song for Friends? Or it was a song and then they just put it into Friends?
I don't know. I think it came out at the same time because if you watch the video...
They're in it.
They're in it. It's all the Friends cast.
Yeah.
So I think it was probably the same time. I don't know.
See, no one told you life was gonna be this way.
And it had that feel for me. That's why I remembered it.
You were supposed to clap.
Oh.
No, it's too late. It's too late now.
No, do it again. Please.
No. It's too late. Next time.
I'm
so sad. So Aizawa talks about what the sports festival is going to be. Deku helps explain it as well. And I have my first gripe of the app is Deku says it's basically a round robin tournament, which it's not.
I don't even know what a round robin tournament is. A round robin?
So an elimination tournament is two teams play each other, the loser's out, the winner moves on. And then they play the winner of this match. That's an elimination tournament. And that's what they showed. The graphic where it shows and then they fight, and then there's the winner. So that's an elimination tournament. A round robin is everyone fights everyone.
Okay.
And then the winner is who did the best.
So that would be like them fighting each other, but that's not what they're doing.
No, well, so they are. So it's like Deku fights, Tetsu or something.
Mhm.
Like
Mm.
just one-on-one. The winner moves on. The loser's out. That's what they showed. They showed a bracket, an elimination bracket. Round robin is Deku would fight. Everyone would fight everyone.
Oh,
And so there's
I
like
see,
200 people. So like at the end of the round robin tournament, Deku's record is 60-40. So he places whatever. Bakugo's would be 80-20. So he wins. He had the best record. So no, it's not a round robin. I don't know why he said that. That's weird.
Because somebody didn't know what a round robin was either. They're just like, all right, let's put it in there.
That's the bet. Like I feel like when I worked at Funimation, I wish people like I had just permanent dibs on sports anime because I was one of the only sports people there.
That makes
so like
sense.
you get stuff like I think it was a show called Orange.
Yeah, I heard of Orange. I wanted to be in Orange.
You want to be in Orange? So I had nothing to do. I think I was a bit maybe, but I was
Really?
in there, and I think Jerry directed that show, and it was a baseball episode, and the person, the batter's running to home plate, and the announcer or someone says, "Oh look, he's about to get to home base," and I was like, "Hey Jerry, there's no such thing as home base.
Oh, snap.
It's home plate.
Oh.
It's first, second, third base.
Yeah.
And home plate."
I would have thought it was home base, too.
And he was like, "Oh," and he was like, "I don't care." I was like,
well, that's
no one
what
watching
they wrote.
will. Yeah, that's what they wrote.
That's
yeah.
what they wrote, so that's what we're going to do. That's Jerry.
Yeah, that is Jerry. But yeah, so it's like, that's how you can tell, like, anything. I bet you could go through, if someone really wanted to, you could go back through the decades of Funimation anime, probably all anime, anything that has to do with sports, I bet you'll find some minor errors like that.
Oh, yeah.
Anime people are just like, production, theater people, actors, creatives are like, I don't know, they hit the ball,
Yeah.
Not to be condescending towards actors, but...
Well, and a lot of that has to do with the writing, too, because I know when I was writing there, I had two very specific sports-ish shows. Like, one of them was Ayashi, I think, and it's all about soccer. But like actual soccer, so there's so many terms and like, so I had to like do so much research on soccer.
Yeah.
Like I know so much more about soccer now than I ever wanted to, and I'm it's fascinating. But so there's that one, and then also skate, the Infinity.
Oh yeah, skateboarding. Yeah.
Yeah, like I had to learn all kinds of skateboarding stuff, like in positions and jumps and things.
Okay.
But, yeah.
I've never talked to you about this. I have one gripe with skate, and it has nothing to do with the scripts.
Oh, thank God.
And I don't know if you will remember this, but it's like, you remember there's the arc, like a 3-episode arc where Reki's like all pouty because everyone loves Longa and like, oh, he's so great at skateboarding. All right, my gripe with that is there's an episode where they're like doing this like downhill race.
Yeah.
And so like Reki's going and he like kick flips into a 50-50 grind, like pop shove it's off of it, does all this cool stuff, lands, and everyone's like, oh. And then Longa just goes down and then goes up and then lands, but he goes up really high.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, holy sh!
Yeah.
And it's like, what Reki did was way more impressive. And Reki's like, oh, he's better at skateboarding. He's like, no, he's not.
He's really not. He's just like, he glided more.
Yeah, he could get more air.
He made it more. Yes, he made it higher and smoother. Less moves. I don't know. Maybe less moves is better.
No, it's
more
not.
Impressive. No.
Being able to manipulate the board like that to do all that stuff he did, like, is way more impressive.
Than just like up and yeah.
Me and you could do what Longa did. We may not land it.
But you couldn't. The thing that impresses me though is like people do that. Like, how do they get the board to stick to their feet when they're like
up in the air?
Yeah.
It's just gravity and momentum.
Oh my God, that's amazing! It just stays on your feet.
Kinda. It like kind of floats on your feet.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
That
creepy?
Well, it's scary because it's like I don't know. In my mind, it's
well, that's why you have grip tape. There's grip tape on the board. That black, it's like real rough and it kind of sticks to the soles of your feet a little.
Okay.
Excuse me, a little bit.
Then that's how it does it.
There you go. We forgot to do show and tell.
Let's do it.
Show and tell. Let's rock and roll.
So this is. No, shut up. This is my Switch.
Leah was like, "Oh, here you go."
Okay, so I had an actual show and tell, and I must have like put it down when I was opening the garage door to go outside, and it's probably still on the countertop.
This is my show and tell.
Shut up. So I left my show and tell at home, but I do have a backup, which is I have my Switch in my bag. You know, just because you never know. But legitimately, these stickers are created by somebody, like a vendor at the con.
Let me see.
And one of them is Chapel Gnome.
Chapel Gnome.
And it's a gnome that looks like
I always
Chapel
thought it was
Roan.
Chappelle.
I know, it's
Is
not.
it Chappelle Rowan?
No, it's not Chappelle Rowan. But that's what a lot of people think. It's Chapel Roan.
Chappelle Rowan.
Chappelle Rowan. And then there's like a little star seal or something. And
It's with a butthole. There's a butthole
oh my God,
on the seal.
There's a butthole on the seal. Let me look her up really quick, but she's wonderful. And it's like Christy Doodles. It's Christy Doodles.
Christy Doodles.
Yes, and she's amazing. She's such a good artist, and she had all these cute little stickers. And she has a bunch of like Chapel Roan knockoff stickers. So I have another one that says Pink Pony Club, and it's, you know,
Pink
an actual
Club.
pony, a pink pony, if you will. Yeah, and this one is a rainbow with a gnome, and it's Chapel Gnome.
Store all your all your fish in here. Okay.
Oh my gosh, are you like in my Stardew? Get out of there.
Get out of there.
Are you really in there?
Oh, you have the Galaxy Sword. Nice.
Yes, I figured out the Galaxy Sword. Do you have the Galaxy Sword?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah. I wish you understood how many hours I put into Stardew Valley.
How come you never told me about the Galaxy Sword? How come I had to figure it out?
I don't know. How many hours have you put into this game? 335. So I think I've actually put a little less on the Switch, but I've put like 3 times that on the PC.
Really?
Yeah.
Why the PC? Give me that.
There's like mods and all updates go to PC first.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, snap. So I could be playing this on a PC and it'd be better?
But you can play it on the go on your Switch, which is, you know, that's how I first played Stardew was on the Switch.
Mm.
You know who got me into Stardew Valley?
Who?
So back in 2018, the first con I ever went to was Animazing in Iowa, and Tyler Walker and Heather Walker were also guests. And so we were hanging out, and we're doing panels. And I was like, Heather, what panel are you doing? She said, I'm doing a Stardew Valley panel.
What?
So
no way.
Yeah, she put on a Stardew Valley panel where she was talking about the relationships, and she gave out stickers. And I didn't even know what Stardew Valley was at the time, but it got me into it. I was like, oh, I guess I'll check it out. You know?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like one of the best games ever.
It is so amazing. I love it. I'm really excited because I'm gonna teach Morgan how to play it.
What I really appreciate about Stardew Valley is it's an independent developer. You know, and it's like I think like. Sometimes it's on some things it's $5, you know, max $15.
Yeah.
Doesn't break the bank.
Yeah.
But it's really, really well made. It's like literally, I think like one of the top 15, maybe 20 best-selling games of all time.
No way, really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
And it's going to an independent developer. It's not going to Blizzard, Activision, EA, these mega corporate douchey game developers and publishers. It's going to this guy. And do you know about his next game that he's making?
No. What is it? Is it going to be cool?
So he's been super working on Stardew, doing this update. He just dropped a big update. So I think now he's back to working on his other game. It's called The Haunted Chocolatier.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
So like Stardew, it's like, you know, retro graphics. So Haunted Chocolatier, similar. It's like a little bit more new graphics, like just a little bit.
Okay.
Like, if this is, like, Super Nintendo graphics, this is, like, between Super Nintendo and N64. Like, it's, you know, just a little bit.
This is a little bit.
It does focus a little more on combat.
God damn it!
A little bit more.
Okay.
But, yeah, that's all I know about it. But, yeah, I'm excited.
Yay! I'm excited.
Haunted Chocolatier.
When does it come out?
No, who knows?
Oh my gosh.
He's just one guy, you know? It's going to take him a while.
I love that. I actually heard that, too, that he made all the graphics just, like, on his PC or whatever. Yeah. Just, like, drew them all. And it's so well thought out.
Yeah.
And
this is now a Stardew Valley podcast.
God damn it. I know. Stop. Let's stop.
No. It was great. Okay. Oh, yeah, and I still have to do mine. So stickers on your Switch.
Oh, my gosh. You guys. The next one I'll do too.
Yeah.
Sucks.
All right, mine is a picture someone did, and I think, what is this, watercolors?
Ooh.
So it's like a blue
It is
background.
watercolors.
A blue background. And it's got Denki. And I like this one because he's looking all cute. He's just like, like, I don't know. He's got this like confused look, but it's real cute. He's just like looking, and he's got like an earbud in. I don't know. What's that?
Remember the first episode? We were like, why does he have an earbud? Like he had something that he was talking into, like the first.
Oh no,
like
that's
season
different.
one.
That's
Oh.
different. That's different. This
shit,
I don't know
okay.
what that is. But yeah, it's just real cute. I think it's real cute. And apparently, let me see. Hold on. October 4th, 2023. Where was I?
Oh.
Let me figure this out.
October 4th.
Yeah, but the initials EW created this for me. Elizabeth Waxmel.
Waxmel. I love her.
What'd I say? October 23?
Yeah, something like that. 24th
October 4th.
of 23.
So if they made that October 4th, if that's when they made it, then surely they gave it to me in El Paso when I did El Paso Comic-Con or Anime Mundo. I don't remember which one that was. That or Twin Cities Con. Yeah. So one of those.
So yeah, it's one of those.
If this is you, make
Who
yourself
has seen
known.
this? Who's seen this man?
Who has seen this man?
Turn him in.
Have you seen this man? Turn him in.
Turn him in. Who did this?
There you go. Thanks, y'all. And remember, if you want to check these out later, it'll be on the socials, Instagram, Sparking Chaos, and the new KPF Productions Patreon Discord. It'll be in there as well.
Whoa, there's a new Discord?
Yeah, you're in it. I invited you to it. You talked
Did I?
Yeah, you talked in it.
Was it where we were last time?
No.
Oh.
Was it? Yes.
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 It had to have been because it was the Patreon
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And the rooster was there.
The rooster. The rooster.
The rooster.
Anyway, that's show and tell, y'all. Appreciate y'all. We love the gifts as always. Except Leah just was like, "Yeah, here's some stickers."
I did not do it like that. It was an accident. I'm gonna be more prepared next time. This is all Twitch's fault.
All Twitch's fault. Okay, back to the show. So yeah, All Might is talking to Deku about the sports festival, and I like that he says at one point, because Deku's doing that with like the mumble.
Yeah.
And then All Might like leans back and is like spitting up blood, and he says, "Look, that's a lot of word vomit." And I think that I like that because he's vomiting blood, and he says that's a lot of word vomit.
And then we're like, get it?
Yeah,
Dad joke.
I like it. Dad joke.
We
I like
called it out.
It's great. I did notice. Remember last episode we both liked that All Might was like, "Your tea's getting cold."
Yes, like breaking of the fourth wall ish.
And at one point during this app, they show the teacup, and Deku still hasn't drank it. Like,
Yeah,
drink
he's
your
still
tea, bro.
Was that the same one? That was the same one,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's so
Same
funny.
conversation. Drink your tea, man.
He's like, I don't want to now. It's 2 episodes cold.
It's 2 episodes cold.
I don't like it.
So yeah, Deku and All Might talk about the sports festival. Just kind of give us some insight for the audience, of course. And then we cut to Class 1A, and all of a sudden they're all up in arms because there's a whole crowd of people outside the 1A door. And
Oh yeah.
they're all like, "What are you doing?" And Bakugo says they're scouting out the competition.
Oh, they're like spying in.
They're spying. So who knows? I think they're just like, "Hey, we're all
ready
in
to
this
go."
thing. We're ready to go."
Yeah.
This is the first time I think we hear Bakugo say one of his most popular lines.
Oh, I love it.
The extras.
That is so funny.
He calls them extras, which is classic Bakugo.
And I wonder if if that's adaptation or if that's in the manga. You know what I mean? Because that sounds like something funny that somebody would just put in there.
Extras. Let's look it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
Do your thing.
I'm gonna do my thing, friends.
Extras, classic Bakugo. But then immediately people kind of call out Bakugo, which I always love when they're like, because I feel like in middle school Bakugo was the peacock. He was the cock of the walk. But now in high school, everyone's like, "Shut up, dude."
Or was he? Or was it like he was bullied and he was like big old nerd, and now he's like manifesting that anger into being angry at nerds? You know what I mean?
Well, he was an angry guy in middle school.
Yeah. But you're saying that he was like peacocking in middle school, like he was
like
popular or something.
Well, not necessarily popular, I guess, but like he was like top dog.
Oh.
everyone feared him.
Oh, okay.
But in high school, he's not top dog anymore.
No.
So I think that it's nice because they're kind of bringing him down a peg, which is great.
He needs that. He needs to be timeout.
But everyone is like, you can't call him, or Ida is like, you can't call him extras, bro. That's not cool.
Yeah.
And then Mineta calls him dumb.
What does he does?
Yeah, he's like, we gotta whatever, and he says like, yeah, we gotta beat all these dumb students or whatever. And it's like,
gosh.
Ida cares that Bakugo calls them extras, but doesn't care that Mineta calls them dumb.
Because they're dumb, but they're not extra.
Yeah, which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're already getting some contention, and later Deku points out that Bakugo successfully kind of puts a target on 1A. So it's like people are going to be extra incentivized to win, if only to bring 1A down a peg. Because Shinso tells us he's in 1B, or no, he's general studies, I think. Is he general studies? So he's like 1C or something, or 1F. But he says if someone from like 1F does really well, they could potentially knock someone down. So my question would be like, let's say Shinso does incredibly well, and they're like, oh, he needs to be in 1A. And they knock out, let's say, Invisible Girl. So does she go down to 1B?
Yeah, that's what the thing was, right?
And then they knock someone out of 1B to go down to 1C?
They have to, right?
And they don't just swap them?
Oh.
That would suck.
That would
suck.
But it would make sense of where the A, B, and C come from, though.
Yeah.
It's like you were A, now you're B. But...
I think and Craig, you can put it up there. I think 1A and 1B is hero studies. Like C, D, and maybe E is like support class.
Okay.
Like F and G is general, and then like H, I, and J is like
oh my god, I didn't realize it went down.
Business. Because there's 4.
Yeah.
There's hero, support, general, and business. I don't remember the class structure of how it's broken down.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if they got to choose. Did they get to choose where they wanted to go?
Mm-mm. I think they all wanted to be in the hero course.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, my quirk is I can do math really well, so I guess I'm in business.
It's like it's like a My Hero sorting hat, sort of.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. There you go. The house.
I have the answer.
Oh, for the Bakugo's extra thing?
Yes.
What you got?
It actually is in the manga, which kind of makes sense because I can't imagine. Because you know how they get when it's like important shows. They're like, oh, well, if it's not in the manga, let's not do it. So, yeah, it says this episode corresponds to chapter 22 of the manga, where Bakugo refers to the students from other classes as extras.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, yeah.
Okay, so then Bakugo leaves and is like, all right, F y'all, I'm out, and he leaves. And then we get a little training montage.
Oh, my gosh, is that the one that looks like you're going off to war?
Yes. So, Deku's running,
Yeah.
Momo's studying. Froppy just is fishing. She's like swimming in the pool and like uses her tongue to like grab a fish. She's
and it's like a fake fish too. I love that.
Yeah, she's like,
it's
that's
like
going to help me
fish.
somehow.
I know. Like, what are y'all going to do? When is she going to use that? I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Some like Sugar Rush is like punching, okay, what is his name? Is it Kota? What's Greg Ayers' guy?
I think it was like I think it is Kota.
Kota?
Let me. Okay.
So it's like some people I feel like are taking it a little more seriously than others, because it's like Todoroki's doing his thing and Momo's studying and Denki's practicing his lighting, and then Kota is just playing with animals. He just has like a bird on his finger and he's like.
It is Kota.
It is Kota. Okay.
Koji Kota.
Koji Kota.
Also known as Anemia. Anemia.
Anima. Anima.
Anima. Not anima.
The butthole hero.
He's a butthole hero, yes.
The colonic crusader.
So gross. And they call him Sharts for short.
Let's go, Sharts.
Let's go, Sharts. Come on.
I want to be that hero.
Sharts.
What's your quirk? I
shart.
I
shart. Oh my god.
No, it'd be like the spleen. I think I talked about that. Paul Rubens' character in Mystery Men. He can fart like and take people out.
It's so gross.
When distant, pull my fingers.
Is this when they were doing the montage? Is that where when Denki turns around and goes,
Yeah. We're cracking up. Leah thought Denki just made an offensive noise and gesture.
I did.
But because he's like practicing, and it was weird though because it's not straight up like he fries his brain and then is like and goes dumb Denki. It's like a hybrid. So he like fries his brain, he turns around and he goes, but he's like not fully brain over.
No, he's like, yeah. But you said he says yeah.
He says yay or yeah or yay. He's like yeah.
Okay, but when you see it and it's just open mouth Denki with like weird eyes and you just hear Kai go, like it doesn't look like he's going yeah or yay.
No, he says yeah.
It looks like you just turn around and go,
I think he does a thumbs up. I think
he does do a thumbs up.
Yeah. That's when you know. So did I tell you the lore or the idea behind that? Why he does the thumbs up when he fries his brain? That's him telling his friends that he's okay.
Oh, that he's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. That's cute.
Yeah, we get a little training montage, which is cool. And then we get to the stadium, and it's time for the sports festival.
It is, and I think it's so cute that Inko is watching.
Inko's watching. And
it's such a mom thing, but we don't see what anyone else's parents are doing.
We don't, not at first. But let's do a segment, because we hear a lot of people.
Oh,
Not as many as I thought, though, because we see Monoma, we see Ibarra, we see a few more people, but they don't talk yet. So it's not as many. Last episode, I was like, it's going to be huge. It's not that huge, but it's a decent amount. So yeah, let's do a segment, VA Shoutouts.
Woohoo!
So probably the big two that we hear, we get introduced to Shinso, who, I guess, spoiler alert, but he becomes a pretty big deal in the show.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
how do you know that? Because he's in the Heroes, and you know that. Okay.
Denki is shipped with Shinso, so I know.
Are you serious?
Shinso, yeah.
You're shipped with Sen?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But yeah, so Shinso, he sticks around. But yeah, that's Jared Green.
And at first I thought he was miscast because not miscast isn't like bad. I'm just saying like the voice because I was watching it the first time and
You're
like
revealing a lot. Are you high?
No, are you serious?
I'm just kidding.
Oh my god, you're so mean to me.
That's a Twitch reference?
That's a Twitch reference. Oh no.
Sorry, continue.
I hate it here.
You thought he was miscast at first.
Because I was multitasking and I didn't see him at first and I heard him and I thought it sounded like an old man. But
nice save.
It's not a save, it's true. And yeah, so I looked and I was like, oh wow, that's weird. It's a young guy. And then you revealed it was Jared. But then you told me that he has like a youthful sound while also sounding old. Yeah.
Jared, I remember when Jared first popped on the scene, Tyler Walker gave him his start. Because at Funimation back in the day, you know, you'd put on auditions and you'd have the books out there, the audition books that people would look through. And so people from like marketing, video, subtitle, whatever, like they would kind of wander over, and if they had an interest in it, hey, can I pop in audition? Like, sure.
No.
If I have time. So like that's Ben Phillips, no relation. That's how he kind of got his start. He was a subtitling guy.
Oh yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Now he's a writer. And so he could kind of go over and do that. So there's been a few people. Alexis Tipton started as an intern.
She did.
She was already acting, she was
already acting in the world.
Yeah.
But as far as the main,
she was a marketing intern. I think.
Was she a marketing intern?
I don't know. If she was
so
a production
cute.
intern.
Something like that.
But yeah, Jared Green was, I think, in the video department.
Oh.
And so it's one of those things where it's like sometimes you get people who are like just like, hi, I want to be a voice actor. And you're like, oh, cool. All right, yeah. Oh, thanks. But then, like, Jared Green comes over and he's like, hey, so, like, how do I do that? We're like, whoa. Yeah, dude, audition, please.
Oh, my gosh.
And he crushed it. I don't remember what his first role that he did, but I'm confident it was for Tyler Walker, one of his shows. I've cast him in one of my favorite shows I ever directed, Hinamatsuri. He's the main guy. He's like a gangster. He's got kind of a Italian accent.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
New York,
funny.
New York accent.
I could totally hear that.
Oh, yeah. What's crazy about Jared, I love Jared. He's kind of a shy guy. Like, when you first would, like, talk to him, you know, you'd think he's kind of a quiet or shy guy.
Yeah, I would think that.
He's hilarious.
Is he really?
Yes, because I don't know if he does it on
funny.
purpose, but, like, his like kind of shy demeanor, and then he'll just drop something that's just like shockingly funny. It's so great. But yeah, he's a really funny dude.
I feel like Ben Phillips does that too.
Yeah, and Ben's great. Ben's great too. But yeah, Jared Green, that's how he kind of got to start, and he is Shinso. We also hear and see Tetsu is his full name. Yeah.
Are you serious? It's like 3 Tetsus?
4 Tetsus.
Tetsu.
His first name is Tetsu, and his last name is Tetsu.
Why?
I don't know.
Why would you do something like that? It's like me being Clark.
Yeah.
You being Phillips, which would be hysterical, actually.
No.
Don't ever have a son and name him Philip.
I can't.
You can't.
No.
You could, but that would be awful. Phillips.
Phillips.
I don't know. It would be cool.
Phillips. No, that would suck.
Phil Phillips.
Phil Phillips. But yeah, it's David Wald. David Wald, who has now a second character. He's Snipe.
Yes. So he's where? Who's who?
He's Snipe, the pro hero, the best pro hero on the show.
Ever, yes. Who else is he? He's Tetsu. That's so cool.
Very different voices. You know, Snipe is lower and like kind of just like chill, and Tetsu is always shouting and
Tetsuing.
And I wonder if the creator he was like, I want someone who's like a mix of Kirishima and Bakugo. I've created Tetsu. Because I know Tetsu's quirk is very similar to Kirishima's. Because Kirishima gets hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tetsu does as well, but he like turns into steel. Like, so they are kind of similar in that way. But also, Kirishima's a chill bro, and Tetsu is insane. We have some random lines. Someone says, always psyched to see the third years. We hear that's Anthony Bowling. Anthony Bowling is also the food stand guy who interacts with Mountain Lady. Remember, he's like, you can have this for free. And she's like, thank you. That's Anthony Bowling. We hear Cynthia Kranz.
No way. Where?
One of the OG Funimation
I
voice
love
actors.
Cynthia Kranz.
She says, Endeavor's son is one of the first years. We hear her in the background.
I love that.
One of the more recognizable voices in anime, Marcus Stemick, we hear him say, stands for the first years are going to be packed. We hear him say something.
That's cool.
There's a guy and a girl talking to each other. I could not place the guy. But the girl, I'm pretty sure, is Kristen McGuire. She says, only for the hero course exams. Responding to the guy saying something. And then there's a weird thing that happens. So we all know that at some point, Dave Trosco takes over for Present Mike.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of the episode, we hear Dave Trosco. I was like, okay, it's now Present Mike.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But then later we hear Sunny. So
but are we sure it was Sunny? Or are you
100%.
Sure? Okay.
So what?
Well, I'm looking it up, and it is crediting as Present Mike. It is crediting Sunny, which is weird, but that was Trosco.
So what I'm guessing happened was, because this is simuldub.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so in simuldub land, if you're sick or, whatever, if you miss a week, like they try to make it still happen, but like they can't. I mean, they technically can, but they don't like to stop production for a specific actor. So if for some reason you can't make it in that week,
they just have someone record.
They tap someone in to do it. So but Sunny's in the ep. So what I'm guessing happened is Sunny recorded, and then those first few lines they either forgot to get or sounded weird or they rewrote them or something.
Oh, so
and
it's
so
like a
then
pickup.
they're like, oh, hey, Sonny, we need you back in to get these few lines at the beginning. And he was like, I can't. I'm gone for 2 weeks or something.
Yeah.
So they tapped in Dave Trosco. And then eventually when Sonny was like, this voice is killing me, I can't do this role anymore. They're like, oh, well, we've already established Dave as a potential, voice for the character. So we'll just bring him in.
So that makes sense.
So I wonder if we'll hear. So I thought it was clean cut. Season 2 is Dave takes over.
Yeah, but I guess it's like sprinkled.
Yeah, or I wonder if like episode 4 or 5, all of a sudden it's going to be Dave Trosco.
We don't know.
I don't know. We'll see.
That's interesting.
We're going to find out. So yeah, I was so confused. I was like, yeah, we got Dave Trosco now, and then it's like, wait, no, we don't. It's Sunny still.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing I'll have to ask Sunny and I wonder if that's what happened. They were pickups, or they were credited or miscredited to the wrong character or something. But anyway.
Yeah. That'd be interesting to see, like, when and how that all switched over.
Yeah. I thought it was straight up at the beginning of season 2, like with Wei Camp taking over Aizawa, but I guess not.
Yeah, and then me too, because like when President Mike first comes on, I was like, oh yeah, there it is. That's definitely not Sunny. But
Definitely
then
not.
it switches over. Weird.
Excuse me. All right, that is VA Shoutouts.
Woo!
Back to the app. Before we get to the sports festival, we do see a quick little scene of all the reporters outside.
Oh, yeah.
So we get Christy Kang's
Yes.
reporter and Seth McGill's cameraman are back and are excited. We also get to see Kamui Woods, Death Arms, and Mount Lady.
Mount Lady!
We love Mount Lady.
I love Mount Lady. I love Jamie Markey as a voice actress in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even before I met her, anytime I would record and I would hear her voice, I could always pick it out.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something about it. I don't know. It's just lovely.
It's lovely. It's a great tone.
Lovely.
But yeah, this is a great Mount Lady scene because she's, they're talking, they're walking along, and they're like, oh, it tells us the point of that little interaction was basically like normally we'd be able to do some scouting for like our agencies, but because of what happened at the end of season 1, they need us on security in case these villains show up. So it just kind of tells us how seriously they're taking that threat. But then we get a fun scene where Mount Lady is going to order some fries. I don't remember what it was. And she is just like, I don't want to pay for this.
Oh,
and
yeah.
She flexes her boobs a little bit. She's like, oh, I left what she says.
I left my wallet at home.
No, she says in my other hero costume.
Yeah.
And he's like, have it for free.
And she said, she does something, what did she say? But it's like a weird, oh, you're such a dear.
Yeah, and like the weird face. Like he says it real intense, like, have it for free. And she's like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was a great little scene there.
I still don't understand, like, is Mount Lady a teacher, or is she, like, just a giant student?
No, she's a pro hero.
She's a pro hero.
She's a pro hero. I don't think she's a teacher.
Okay.
Because, Kamui Woods, Death Arms, and Mount Lady I don't think are teachers. I think the only teachers that are also pro heroes are Aizawa, now All Might, Ectoplasm, Cementos, Midnight. Did I say Midnight already?
Mm-mm.
And there's probably one or two others. But yeah, no. Not all pro heroes are teachers. Oh, President Mike is a teacher. He teaches like algebra English. He teaches English.
He does?
Yeah.
Aw, that's cute. Midnight is did we get to Midnight yet? Are we at Midnight?
We're not at Midnight yet.
God,
well, but we can go ahead and talk about Midnight. The R-rated hero.
The R-rated hero. Why would they? Okay, so that's so disturbing to me. Like, I guess it flies in Japan and it's fine, but it's like, why would you? Oh my gosh, if that was like an American show, there's no way. They can't even handle like drag queens like reading books to children, much less Midnight being like, I will whip you and no, like here's my titties and my,
Yeah.
There's no way. That's creepy.
Definitely an interesting choice. Like Nezu at some point was like, she needs to be a teacher at this high school.
It's like, yes.
That was an interesting choice.
Like, get in front of these children.
Yeah.
And whip them into shape, if you will. And she's like, oh, I will.
Oh, I will.
I will.
Or it's like, it'd be one thing to,
what?
like, I guess it'd be okay if she was just like, that's my hero persona, but I'm very passionate about teaching, and I'm going to teach you guys about whatever. It's like, oh, okay. What she does, it's like whatever. But, I don't know.
But she brings it into class.
She brings it into class, which is...
And teaches that way, and, like, threatens that way. Like, get this exam right, or else. Whip, whip. Shake, shake.
Shake, shake.
Like...
So here's the thing. So Midnight, I don't think gets any crap or flack for being the R-rated hero.
Right.
Teaching at a high school.
But Mineta does.
Why is Mineta
That's
so
what I was
hated?
thinking, too. That's what I was thinking. It's like, oh, my gosh, you're literally you're encouraging pedophilia right here with Midnight. But Mineta can't be a normal 15-year-old boy without y'all hating.
Oh, and speaking of, so there's that brief moment where... So Midnight's up there. She's like, hey, I'm the judge, I think, for the sports festival. And then I think it's Kirishima, then Denki, then Tokoyami are all like, they're kind of blushing. So it's like they like her, but they're like, oh, like why is she doing it? Like they comment on the fact that she is the R-rated hero. Like, why is she doing like the... And the Mineta is like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And so I guess, I don't know.
Which is normal for a
he's
child.
a 15-year-old boy.
Yeah.
that I would have reacted the exact same way. Like, all me and my friends would have been like, oh, hell yeah. Like,
yeah.
She's the teacher. Like, I mean, there's a whole Van Halen song, Hot for Teacher.
Hot for Teacher.
Like,
And Bill and Ted, Excellent Adventure. Dude, that's your mom.
Yeah.
Dude, your mom's hot.
Yes. It's like teenage boys are all horned up, and if there's an adult woman who's like, like
adult as in 22, then like
they're like, hell yeah, she's hot. So it's like Minetta acts the most normal, and the other three boys, it's like, what? Why are you out? No, you're supposed to be, like I don't know,
right?
It's weird.
My pearls.
Or not weird. It's just not how 15-year-old boys would act in America, I guess.
No, not at all.
So I don't know. It's just so interesting. Minetta has had some pervy moments, but like that's how a 15-year-old boy would act.
Yeah, it's normal.
With the exception of when he kind of grabbed Froppy's boob in season 1, like on purpose. Like that was like, bro, come on.
Yeah, but
that was too far.
Calm down. But that was like season 1 ago.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's like Bakugo, I don't know why he's popular. He's only gone down for me. There's maybe some brief moments where he like was like, okay, but like I don't know why he's popular.
I don't either. It's like I'm over him.
And I don't know why Minetta is so hated.
I don't either. I don't get it. Like to me, he's just kind of neutral. It's like fine.
I think he's kind of funny.
He's all right.
He said something, so I like him more than you do.
No, yeah, because I don't like poop jokes.
I like the poop.
Gross! It's so gross.
And like he's the so I don't know. I don't know if the creator would ever admit this, but Denki and Minetta, they end up kind of hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if Minetta was so hated for whatever reason that because Denki kind of takes over the comedic relief role. Right now it's Minetta.
Oh wow.
Minetta's the comedic relief.
Yeah.
Denki's like just kind of I'm a hangout guy. I just hang out on the side.
Yeah.
But I wonder if the creator was like, oh, people aren't liking Minetta. Ooh, let's have Denki take over that comedic relief role. So thank you for hating Minetta, I guess.
By the way, it's cool. Minetta sucks.
But I don't know. It just seems so unwarranted right now. It's just so weird. It
really does. I don't get it. Maybe it'll show up, but as of right now, it's like there's so many other things that you all could be angry at.
Yeah.
Like midnight. Like what?
Yeah.
There are literally like documented crimes of teachers hitting on students that are of this age.
Yeah.
That look like midnight, and that's a bad thing. But we're glorifying it and cosplaying it, and it's whatever. So,
it is.
And nobody's being like, "You're a pedophile."
Yeah.
No one's doing that.
No one's doing that. Anyway,
let's
pivot away from pedophilia let's get into some Patreon Q's and A's.
Ark Nessa plays Va. What's y'all's favorite AU that you know of? Fantasy, steampunk, etc.
Oh, okay. So, like, I assume you mean My Hero AU. So, have you seen that where it's like they're all dressed like they're in medieval times?
Oh.
They're all, steampunky. They're all Halloween,
No, I have not seen that.
Yeah, there's the alternate universes.
Alternate universe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hang on. Pull up Toga AU.
Okay.
I wonder if I don't know if Toga's involved in that. I think she's in the Halloween AU.
That'd be cool. Toga AU.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Australia. There she is.
There she is.
She's like, good day, mate.
Good day.
I didn't see anything so far.
Mine, I do like the spooky one. Denki's like, he's got like bat wings and he's all dressed all dapper like a vampire. That's cool.
Ooh, that's cool.
I don't remember the steampunk one, what he looks like, but the fantasy one is probably my favorite. Because he's got like he's like a bard kind of, but he also has like, I think a crossbow, but he's got like the cool like Shakespeare hat,
that's
with
cute.
the feather.
I love
He
that.
looks super cool. Yeah, I think fantasy Denki is my favorite. And actually, you can buy a fantasy Denki playmat.
No way.
On my merch store.
You have a merch store with playmats?
Uh-huh.
That's so cool. How'd you get a playmat?
Well, because there was a cool shot of Denki like from the fantasy AU, and someone was like, "You should make that a playmat," and I was like, "It's a playmat now." So yeah, it looks cool.
That is cool. She's not in it.
She's not in any of the AUs?
None.
Well then I'll edit the question. If you could put her in any sort of AU, so fantasy, steampunk, sci-fi, the spooky kind of Halloween, monster AU, like
So
Stardew.
she'd be all pixelated. God, there's some cool toga in her pumpkin spice look figures, which I want. Just putting out there.
So you want
A toga pumpkin spice look.
white woman Instagram alternate universe.
But this look. I call that her pumpkin
Yeah,
spice.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
her
You
thing.
you had a show and tell thing with that.
I sure did. You're right. Okay. I would do for toga. I think steampunk would be cute. I think she kind of leans towards that, but I also think the Halloween, and maybe that's just because I love Halloween and all things spooky.
Oh,
So maybe I just want her Halloweeny.
Halloweener.
Yeah, Halloweener. Make her a Halloweener.
Make her a Halloweener.
Oh my God, there's so many cute toga art on here though.
Toga.
People are so talented. Oh
I
my
know.
gosh. Anywho,
this is from Cuck.
Oh God, Rooster,
Question.
what are you doing?
Didn't you play with him on Stardew?
I did. I finally played Stardew with the Rooster, and he was really funny. Actually.
He was funny?
Yeah.
Okay,
I thought
alright.
he was fun.
There you go. Question for both Leah and Kyle. Yo.
Yo.
Why the hell everyone trying to pick a fight in this episode? And they aren't even physical fights. Everyone just trying to start beef. So you got any fight stories?
Fight stories, like who we were in a fight with. I want to know what your fight was.
I have never been in a fight.
You've never been in a fight? Have you ever been in in a long-term argument, like where you get mad at somebody that was your friend about something stupid, and then you guys don't talk for like months because you're mad about this thing?
Surely. I've broken up with some friends.
Who?
You
Tell
don't
us
know any of them.
I know, but tell us the story. I want to know why. What did they do to you? Why did you kick him out of the nest?
So there was a guy that he was my neighbor. We were friends for a long time, or we were friends for a couple years. And I feel bad in hindsight a little. It's that balance of like, you should try, it's like maybe just whatever. But like also if someone you're just not vibing, it's okay to cut them out of your life,
Yeah.
You got to find a combo. So I was like in 5th grade.
Oh.
And, we did camp. For those of you in Texas who, years ago, you would go to camp. I don't remember the name of the camp. But it was like the big 5th grade trip, and you could, on the card you'd put 3 friends that you wanted to be in the cabin with, and on the back you'd put 1 person you didn't want to be.
Really?
And I remember that's when I realized I was like, I don't want to be friends with this guy anymore. So I put his name on the back. And then eventually, I just was like, I don't want to be friends with you anymore.
Oh God, you just broke up. Like you
Yeah,
literally just broke up because you were just over it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I was in elementary school.
But that's funny.
I don't know if it's funny.
It is. It's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
To just decide at that age that you were just over somebody.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna put them on the back of the card. You're like,
But
I'm back carding that one.
Yeah. But I've been like 6'3" almost my whole life. Like I sprouted up high very early. So no one wanted to mess with the 6'3" guy. The closest I ever got to a fight was actually with a friend of mine. We're still friends, but we were not feuding. We were like, I really wanted to do this thing and he didn't, and I like kind of tricked him into hanging out with us and something he didn't want to do or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. But it was one of those things where like we were like kind of like he was like mad at me and like kind of like grabbed me and I was like,
God.
And like we were like kind of just we kind of started to like but then it was like no punches were thrown.
You were just like, this is what it looks like when I'm mad.
Yeah. And so it wasn't really a fight. Yeah, I'm not much of I'm a lover, not a fighter. So
Me too.
I never even got close to really a fight.
Oh my God, when I was in middle school, people would try to fight with me all the time because I was so weird.
Why were you so weird?
I don't know. I just wanted to be like, I was just that weird kid, like that weird drama kid that was just like, I'm gonna go shop at the thrift store and I'm gonna buy the weirdest stuff and like make an outfit and like go to school in it. Ta-da! Like I would just do that.
Yeah.
And I had like no friends and it was fine. I was just like out for it. And then I would like do the thing where if I had to go to the bathroom during school, class time, and teachers would always leave their doors open. And so I would like walk down the hall and just start singing like opera, like and just like hear this roar of laughter down the hall. Anyway, so some people hated me. And like, I remember one time some girl came up to me and was like, I heard you were talking. Oh, I don't even know you. Like when I was like little, and she was like, well, I don't have to know you to kick your ass. And I was like, okay.
Did you guys fight?
No.
So never been a fight?
No, I was just like, okay, I don't know you. So, and I just like walked away, and they were just like, and like left. But it was like she was literally gonna like fight with me because she just heard I was talking.
This was middle
shit.
School?
Yes. 7th grade.
Did weirdness continue into high school? Were you kind of a weird high schooler?
I was, but I also found my own. Like there were more weirdos in high school, so it's just like we gravitated.
I feel like we would have been friends in high school.
Really?
The things that me and my friends would do, I think I've told this story somewhere, but we were hanging out at my buddy Bryce's house, and his parents just got a TV, and so the box was off to the side, and we were like, bro, that's your backpack tomorrow. And he was like, hell yeah. And so he just dumped his backpack into this TV box.
Oh.
So he's just walking into school holding this big TV box, and they're like, what are you doing? And he was like, this is my backpack. And, like, you remember after Columbine, I don't know if this is at your school, but, like, you couldn't wear trench coats anymore.
Oh, yeah, or, like, hoodies.
Yeah. So Bryce, he would be like, they instituted the rule, no trench coats. And he was like, I'm going to wear a trench coat tomorrow.
Oh, snap. And did he do it?
He got immediately suspended, yeah.
For wearing a trench coat.
Yeah.
You're like, he was like, I wasn't even carrying.
Yeah. We'd do random and be all, like, we'd pants each other.
That's so funny.
Yeah, we'd just do random stuff. We didn't care about high school.
We would have been friends, because I was down for that.
The weirdness.
I was so weird. It was so weird.
Did you engage in juvenile delinquency though?
Like how? Like you just did like bad things?
Yeah, like vandalism and graffiti and whatnot.
No, but I ditched class.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever ditch class?
Yes.
I used to ditch class, and there used to be like this cut, and things have not changed. But there's a thing in my high school. It was called the dungeon, and you could just go there, and it's like in school suspension, and you could just like check yourself in.
Oh.
Yeah, you just like check yourself into in school suspension if you like missed the bell or whatever, and you just go sit there and like do your homework. And I would literally just go there and write notes and doodle, and I loved it. Like I loved missing the bell. if they're like, if I went into class late and they're like, go to the dungeon, I was like,
go to the dungeon.
all right, I will. Yeah.
No, my favorite, I always parked in the faculty parking lot, even though you're not supposed to, but I never got in trouble for it, so I just always did. So, like, at the end of the day, people would have to wait in the big, long line to, like, leave, and I would just go to the faculty parking lot and leave.
Kyle, that's how you are. You're still like that.
Yeah, I know. So, but it saved me once, because we were, it used to be called the TOS test, and now, I don't know what it's called now, but at one point it's called the TAKS test.
Oh.
TAKS. And it was that testing weekend, so it was like if you finished your test, you could leave early or whatever. And so we thought that was the deal. So me and my friends were like, oh, we finished, let's go. So we hopped in my car and we left. Unbeknownst to us, there was an order from the security guard. There was confusion, and so they said,
oh no,
if anyone leaves, they're in detention. And so we, like, immediately were like, hey, just write C on everything. Let's get the hell out of here.
Write C on everything?
Yeah, we're like, boom. So we left. And
oh
then
my gosh.
we were the only students of the whole 1,000 people at the school that left. And people tried to leave, and they detention, turn around, detention.
Oh my gosh. But they didn't catch you because you were
in
the faculty.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
So we got to leave.
That's dark, yo.
Yeah. Dark, yo.
That's dark.
That's dark, yo. But yeah, no, never any fights. Never gotten any fights.
I broke up with a friend once because we were roommates, and then one day he just, like, left in the night and left, like, a goodbye, Jane note for me.
Oh.
Like, I went to work, and then I came back, and he had, like, left. Like, left.
Damn.
And was just like, I'm homesick. I want to go home. It was, like, one of my first apartments when I moved to Texas.
Oh.
And it was a friend of mine that I convinced to move from Albuquerque, New Mexico to Texas with me so that I wouldn't be by myself. Yeah. And so we moved in together. And he was like one of my besties in high school. And then like one day I came home from work and he was just like, bye. Like out. I was like, ah!
Are you in contact with him?
No, not anymore. I mean, like when I go do cons in New Mexico, I hit him up and every once in a while he'll like come and say hi. But,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had my first roommate when I moved out of the second I turned 18, I was like, all right, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And me and my buddy were the same way, and or same thought process. Got an apartment, and this is inflation and just the different times.
Oh no.
Our rent for our 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment
snap.
was $700. Everyone listening is just minds exploded. This is in 2005.
2-bedroom, 2-bath?
2-bedroom, 2-bath. $700.
Oh man, I would die. I would live there now.
Yes.
Holy sh**.
And this wasn't that long ago, right? So even just like straight up inflation, that would have been now like $1,200, you know? So it's like,
yeah.
So it's like people talk about like, oh, inflation. It's like, no, it's inflation, and these jerk off landlord real estate people are like, oh, inflation, also just jack up the prices.
Yeah, just because we can.
Yeah, $700. So
Damn.
so that's for all the rent. So my portion of it was $350.
Oh my god.
So like with bills, I like $400 a month. You know, was my.
That's so. I had one of those too. I was like a 3-bedroom, or actually it was a 2-bedroom with a loft.
Yeah.
And it was 3 stories, and
Whoa.
it was
and a townhouse or something.
Yeah, it was like a townhouse thing, and I think our total rent was like $840, and we had 3 people. Like, so you split it, and I thought it was like so expensive. I was just like, oh my god, I don't know if I can afford that.
I mean, we were broke as shit, but also I like worked at Walgreens, and he worked at like the mall or something.
Yeah,
so it's not like we made a lot of money, but yeah. So we signed like a 2-year lease, right? And so like 6 months into it or something like that, he was just like, hey, I joined the military. So goodbye. Don't worry though, because they're gonna, you won't have to all of a sudden be responsible for all the rent, because I joined the military, you still will only have to pay half. And I was like,
wait,
oh, you talked to them? And he was like, well, no.
He just assumed?
Yeah, so I was like, let's go to the front office. And they were like, no.
What?
And he was like, oh, sorry. And he just left.
Oh, snap.
And
that
I was like,
sucks.
you asshole.
How did you pay your rent?
I had to get a roommate. So I found another guy.
Oh my god. That's so hard.
It was insane. I don't talk to that guy anymore.
Yeah, roommates suck. Y'all, if you're moving out of your parents' house, don't get a roommate.
I mean, you kind of have to, especially now.
Yeah.
Now
it's like ridiculous.
My best friend's apartment, his 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment is more expensive than my mortgage on my house.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Holy crap.
Because it's insane.
It is insane. My stepdaughter lives with her boyfriend now, and they share like a 1-bedroom, 1-bath in like a non-gated community, and yeah, it's like half my mortgage. It's so small. I mean, it's cute, but like, yeah, there's no way. No way. Like they split half of it, and they're paying like a total of like $600 or whatever we were paying when we were younger.
Yeah,
back in the day.
It's so I feel bad for the younger generations trying to rent, even just live on their own.
Yeah, there's no way. Like, how are they supposed to save anything? Because it's not like wages have gone up really. Yeah. Like they've gone up a little bit, but not much.
No, they really haven't. Minimum wage has been $7.25 since 2006, I think. I don't think it's almost 20 years. It's been $7.25.
Holy crap! They need to like raise that.
And they won't. They'll be like, oh, we can't because then I won't be able to open up my 4th restaurant. It's like,
shut up.
Okay, well these 7 kids are all living together.
God damn it, Janet.
Damn it, Janet.
Yeah, from Craig Draws.
Editor extraordinaire.
Oh, snap. That's you, Craig. Would you rather have to clench your cheeks and break your bones for your quirk, or create an item, slowly pull something out of your skin, and feel everything?
Ooh, would you rather... So in Dark My Hero, would you rather have Momo's quirk or Deku's quirk?
Clench your cheeks. He means your butt.
Yeah.
And break your bones. Okay.
Or like, pull stuff out of your skin and it's painful.
Oh man. I guess I'm gonna pull something out of my skin and it's painful because if I break my bones, then I'm out for a while.
Yeah. Until
they heal. Whereas this is just like a one and done.
Well, so if we're like a gruesome twosome, you have Momo's quirk, and I just will be like, okay, but I never use my quirk unless I'm like the emergency plan.
Yeah, you're like
so
fallback.
You pull stuff up, and I'm like, all right, we need me, and then
and there it is,
yeah.
and you like Kyle Smash.
Kyle Smash!
You're out.
I like it.
That's it.
I like it. Very cool. All right, well, that's Patreon Q's and A's, y'all. Thanks for sending those in. And yeah, remember, if you're like, man, I have this burning question I want to ask them, got to join the Patreon. And now you ask questions in the Patreon Discord. So if you want to ask questions, you got to join the Patreon, and that'll take you immediately into the Discord. But thanks, as always, for the questions, y'all. Okay, so the sports battle. So yeah, oh my God, I almost said 3 wrong names. Midnight is up there talking about like, here we go.
I'll whip you to death.
Looks like President Mike and Aizawa are going to be the commentators. I think President Mike is play-by-play and Aizawa's color commentator, which is funny because
color commentator.
Yeah, usually. So the play-by-play is the like. And here comes the pitch. Oh, and he knocks it out of the park. Like, the play-by-play is like, for people who are just listening. The color commentator provides color on top. So, like, oh yeah, that's his 3rd home run of the day. And, oh, man, he smashed it. Blah, 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 So they probably have a little fun. So it's kind of funny because it really should be the opposite. Because Aizawa should be the play-by-play. Because he can just be like, boom, all right, and he punched him, and he used his quirk. Okay, there we go. And then Mike would be like, oh, man, that's crazy. But it's the opposite.
Crazy.
So I'm excited to hear Chris's very chill and uninterested color commentary for the games.
Oh, wow. He's been working hard on that one.
Yeah. That'll be great. And then, yeah, so 1A comes out, 1B, all the classes come out. And, yeah, the business class. Like, I'm really excited to learn.
I know. I want to see what they do.
Are they so we have the obstacle race, right? Are they immediately disqualified? Because they're just like,
I don't know what to do.
Like, who from the business class is gonna even get past this first round? Like, that's crazy.
And how? Like, how would they even try?
Yeah, I'm excited for that. But first, before the obstacle race starts, they have the representative for the whole school go up there and say a few words. And because he won the entrance exam, Bakugo is the one that goes up there.
Oh, snap. And then he's like, I'm going to win.
I'm going to win. You nerds suck. And, of course, everyone's like, this guy is the worst.
How could you say that?
Yeah. But the Deku points out, like, everyone's like, oh, he's gloating and da-da-da. And Deku's like, well, no. Like, the Bakugo I grew up with would have been like, yeah. Like, just laughing.
Like,
and you guys suck. But he was just like, I'm going to win.
Yeah, he's very matter of fact about it.
So Deku's like, ooh, like, Bakugo's taking this seriously.
Like, he's real. Yeah. But in the way, it kind of feels like, okay, he did the same thing. It's just that he did it in a lower volume. Like,
yeah.
He was obnoxious but quieter about it.
Yeah, he wasn't, because it would have been one thing if he was just like, I'm going to win, and then just, like, left and be like, oh, okay. But he was like, yeah, you guys suck. He even did the thumbs down. You guys suck. It's like, okay. So, still the same old Bakugo, just whatever.
And we're still over it. It's like, ugh, we get it. You're loud and angry.
Yeah. So, because we get, we get a lot from Bakugo. He's the rep, and he's in the next time on for the app. We're gonna do Bakugo fun facts and whatnots. This is probably the most interesting to me. Originally, the manga author had Katsuki being a very kind and gentle character.
Really?
Who spoke without thinking and unintentionally insulted others. So that would have been a much more likable
I think
Bakugo,
so. Yes,
right?
that would have been more relatable, too.
Yeah, like he's kind of like a Mr. Magoo kind of character where he just, instead of physically having these missteps, he's oral missteps.
Yeah, he's just awkward socially.
Yeah, so I think that would have been funny.
Unintentionally. And it would have been a little bit more relatable because
he would have been like, maybe, that's kind of like, I think Asperger's isn't a term anymore.
No, it's autism.
So yeah, maybe that would have been like, that's kind of a trait of like someone who's autistic,
Exactly.
So he would have had some autistic representation in My Hero.
I think that would have been great because then it would have given like a good, awareness of that type of autism because, that is like a common trait of autistic people, that their voice, it can be kind of monotone and they don't have much control over their facial expressions, and so it's like they can deliver something very straightforward, and they don't mean anything bad by it, but it might sound like they're being sarcastic or rude.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I thought that was a good opportunity.
We missed out.
We missed out, man.
Instead, we get this obnoxious asshole.
With no redeeming factor so far. And no justification.
Oh, I don't remember if I told you this. I was on a panel in, one of those millions of cons I've been to this year.
I know, yes. You're just so busy.
And I asked the crowd, I said, when does he get good? And it was like season 3.
Oh, no.
They were like, I was like, don't spoil it, but like,
just when does he get?
Is there redeeming? And yeah, it was like season 3.
And I say 3. That's a long ways away.
3.
Guys. We have to sit through
seasons.
A lot to like
Before
be
we
mad at
maybe
him.
Like him.
We might like him. We might.
Will it be enough?
Just because we understand him doesn't mean we necessarily like him. Like maybe we'll understand.
Yeah.
But
so okay, I'm gonna drop a reference.
Mm-hmm.
You book readers, have you ever read A Court of Thorns and Roses?
No.
Okay, so there's this popular smut fantasy series called A Court of Thorns and Roses. It's 5 books.
Mm.
A lot of people, their favorite book is the 5th book. I hate that book. And it's because they switched the POV character.
Oh,
and the
wow.
POV character for the 5th book is one of my least favorite characters in all of fiction.
Oh, no.
And it's because it's very similar. She is the Bakugo of the series. Like, she's just awful and terrible.
Mm.
And then she's a POV character. People are like, oh, she redeemed. And I'm like, she doesn't. Even if she did, I think it's too late. But all I needed her to do was apologize.
Oh.
All she had to do was be like, sorry, I was such a jerk back in book, or back in, our lives before the series started. Never does.
So she never makes amends.
Never makes amends. So I don't get accountable. Yeah. So I don't think she had the redeeming thing, right? So what I'm worried about with me and Bakugo, and maybe you and Bakugo as well, is when that redemption finally comes in season 3, will it be enough? Yeah. And is it too late?
I mean.
Anyway.
Oh well. I've just looked up some stuff. I think it'll be good. I'm just reading that it was a.
You're spoiling it for yourself?
No, it's very vague.
Oh, okay.
But it says he makes amends.
Okay.
Somehow.
As long as he's like, bro, sorry, I was such a douche to you our whole lives. Like, here's why. Like, I'll be like, okay, he finally owned up. He's just got to own up. That's all I care about.
Did you know that? Oh wow. This might be. I don't know if this is part of it.
Don't spoil it.
It's not spoiling. I'm just saying. I'm just wondering if this is part of it. But it's not spoiler. But he's a cook.
Oh, I didn't know that. He's also a drummer.
He is a drummer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, snap. See, look at him having all these skills. But that's like the thing. I don't know if it's like, if they show it off in there, but.
His favorite food is spicy food, which is appropriate. He likes spicy food.
Oh. Well, he helps out with his dorm meals. Apparently, like he makes his own meals. I don't know if that's just something that the writer wrote on the side, or do we actually?
Well, he's like a ripped dude, so I wonder. That's kind of a quality of like somebody who trains a lot. They meal prep and make their own food. So I wonder if he kind of developed that thing.
All right. Well, he's a cook.
He's a cook.
Let's
that's
see
cool.
if we. Oh, do you know when his birthday is?
I do.
You do?
Ironically, coincidentally, justifiably, who does he share his birthday with?
The weed people. What do you mean? Who does he share his birthday with?
Adolf Hitler.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Not that Bakugo's Hitler.
But I mean, it's
not like he shares a birthday with
with
Mr. Rogers
or Dolly Parton
or Dolly Parton
for that matter. But
it's more appropriate that he shares his birthday with Hitler than Dolly Parton.
Yeah, and all the weed people.
Yeah,
which is 420.
Yeah. Well,
wow.
So I think the weed people, it's like they're like, let's make this day good and not terrible.
Oh, is that why?
I don't know.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I think the whole it's 420. I think that the 4 o'clock and 20 minutes that turned into weed time somehow.
Yeah, I don't know how that did, but
and then they're like, well, let's make this weed day 420, and also consequently it'll have the added benefit of we forget that that's Hitler's birthday.
We forget all about that Hitler was ever a thing.
Yeah. Speaking of birthdays, Bakugo is the oldest student in 1A.
Oh, did not know that.
He's the oldest. Popularity poll stuff. See, this is what first maybe put him on my radar of like, what? The first popularity poll, he ranked 3rd, which is shocking. Because it's like, okay, he's like the last few, he's like 1, most popular. It's like, okay, something happens, he has a good story arc or something. Okay.
Yeah.
How the hell in the first popularity poll, I assume that comes after season 1. He's ranked 3rd? Like more than, I don't know who was 1st and 2nd, but like that's probably more than Denki, more than Froppy, higher than all the people we like. I assume. I don't remember what Ochako I don't think was ever 1 or 2.
I don't think so.
So people like in season 1, they like Bakugo more than Ochako.
Yeah.
Which is insane to me.
That's terrifying.
That's insane.
But maybe it's because, I don't know, it's loud and it's easy to understand. Like, it's just, it's very, I don't know, it calls attention to it. So it's like, even if you miss some of it, maybe.
Because it's like, it's not like, it's like, okay, talking about Skate, like Adam, the villain of Skate the Infinity, he's a terrible person, but a great character.
Yeah.
Like, he's my favorite character. I don't like that he's an asshole.
Right, but he is a fun character.
But he's like, yeah, it's great. So it's like, Bakugo, it's like, I don't like, it's like, oh, he's a bad guy. I don't like, it's like, no.
He's still interesting.
Yeah, but it's terrible. It's, anyway.
You don't want somebody to be like, I want to be just like Bakugo.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want, he's not a role model.
There's no redeeming qualities yet.
No. Not yet.
3rd in the first popularity poll, and then the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th popularity polls 1st.
Really?
Yep. Now,
Damn,
I didn't know that it was separate, but in the U.S., he ranked 5th in the first U.S. popularity poll and ranked 1st in the 2nd, 4th, and 5th U.S. popularity polls. So,
snap.
Why do you guys like Bakugo?
I know. Let us know. I want to know, like, give us, like, a detail. Like, I like him because...
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
XYZ.
Without any spoilers, please comment below, whether you're on YouTube or Spotify or whatever, or just in the Discord. Let's see. I'm trying to think of the channels. There's a Spark chat. No, let's do Chaos chat. There's a Spark chat and a Chaos chat. In the Chaos chat, put down why you like Bakugo without any spoilers.
Oh.
If you have to have a spoiler, be vague about it.
I can put it on the Insta, too.
Yeah.
A poll.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Insta poll.
According to the Ultra Analysis book, Katsuki's personality is described as an abusive egotist, which is just a narcissist.
Abusive, yeah. That would be it. Abusive.
Okay. An abusive egotist?
Egotist. Yeah, it depends on what the abuse is, but I mean, yeah. Because
terrible.
That is terrible because, I mean, one of the key things of narcissism is that they don't have empathy. So I'm trying to think of, I don't think he's ever shown empathy.
Has he shown empathy?
If he apologizes, then we can't call him a narcissist.
Okay.
Because narcissists don't apologize.
They don't apologize?
No, because they don't ever want to admit that anything is wrong or their fault. There's always a reason for it.
Is that true?
Yes. Yeah.
I think I know some narcissists.
You probably do. There's a lot of them out there. But like they will go above and beyond to prove that either their actions were warranted or you're imagining things.
You're blowing my mind right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's a narc? Oh.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's like a key thing. And they do everything they can, and they talk about like how they want everything to be about them, but sometimes it's not what you think. Like sometimes it's if there's a family event or if there's something a birthday, anything that's celebrating somebody else, they will somehow ruin it, get in a fight with their person so they can't enjoy it.
Is Rachel Green from Friends, is she a narcissist?
I haven't watched that enough, but I doubt it.
Okay.
Because she's apologized, right? You can't have a whole...
Yeah, okay.
Or like says things like, I was wrong, or I did this, or I...
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they don't... And they're very victim blamey. Like, something is done to them.
Yeah.
Like, they hate me, so they did this, or like,
Okay.
They're a victim. Constantly.
I was playing a narcissist on my Red Dead Redemption 2 playthrough on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an open world game.
Yeah.
So like as you're kind of riding on your horse, you pass by someone, and if you kind of like are too close, they might be like, "Hey, watch it" or whatever. So I was role playing as like what did you say to me? And I like hit them with my horse.
Yeah.
And then I would kill them. And then so we're playing, and I had really played it up, and I'm like, he was jawing at me like I had to.
It was my fault.
Yeah,
it was their fault.
It was their fault.
Yeah.
And some people were loving it. Actually, Cock was in chat, and he was getting upset. He's like, no, he da-da-da. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh, no.
The whole I like murdered everyone, and I played the victim the whole time. It was great.
That's amazing.
Okay, so the Japanese voice actor for Bakugo is Yuichiro Umehara. And they share roles with Jason Liebrick, Dave Matranga, Austin Tyndall, Brad Hawkins, and Ian Sinclair. And, of course, obviously Cliff. But all those names, I feel like, have that same kind of timbre texture to their voice or can put it on. I feel like they could have been good Bakugos.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I feel like Liebrick for sure. I feel like he could have been a good Bakugo.
Oh, yeah.
Matranga,
Matranga could have been a Bakugo.
He could have been a Bakugo?
I think so.
I mean, he's great as Todoroki, but yeah, I think it'd be good. Austin Tyndall could have been a great Bakugo. Because he can do that, like, that texture, and he can do that. And because of Tokyo Ghoul, I mean, he...
Oh, yeah, that's
easily.
true. That's, yeah.
Brad Hawkins, I don't know if you know Brad Hawkins.
I don't know who that is.
Brad, he was, probably his biggest role is, he was the Goblin Slayer in Goblin Slayer. But he's got a really, like, that, I'm thinking of that texture, that rasp. He's got that in spades. And then, Ian, he's very dynamic, talented. I feel like he could have done that as well. But obviously Cliff is great and perfect as Bakugo, but it's just kind of interesting.
Yeah, to
all
see
those actors, they have that same thing.
Ooh, that's a good way to like figure out like who your competition is.
Yeah,
like look at
that is like if you're correct, and let me know if you did this when you would direct. I think it's a pretty common thing for directors, like when you're kind of like it's like I'm kind of having a hard time narrowing down who should be this character. You'll like see what other English voice actors share roles with that Japanese voice actor. And you're like, oh, like Austin Tyndall voices a lot of the same characters. You know what? Yeah, he would be great as this guy.
Oh, I never did that.
Yeah,
but that's pretty smart.
Kind of needed help narrowing it down. Like, that's how I cast Sarah Roach in Fire Force.
Oh.
Because she was really new to the scene. Like, she had just done a couple of Wallace sessions. But she, like, was great. And her audition for Maki was perfect. And in the Japanese, that actor hadn't done anything. She was brand new.
Really?
So I kind of was like, okay, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Like very new English actor matching the kind of very new Japanese actor.
That's cool. She did great. I like that. That's fun. That's a little fun fact.
A little fun fact.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all the Bakugo facts I have. Do you have any others?
Nothing new that you actually haven't said that we haven't talked about. So I think the only other thing is that, I mean, I don't know if we discovered this in the first season, but he's number 3 academically in Class 1A. Okay. So he's actually very smart.
Yeah, he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Classic narcissist.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, he's a narky narc. I'm gonna take notes. I'm gonna start like diagnosing all these characters. Like, get them on my DSM-5.
Okay.
Like, that one's got this. That one's got
Interesting. I did not know. I thought narcissists were just basically like egotistical.
Yeah, no.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. Like there's covert narcissists, and then there's also classic narcissists.
There you go. Learning. That's your fun fact.
That's your fun fact. Bakugo's a narcissist.
Wow, that's crazy.
So far.
Maybe he'll change. Okay, so if you are a narcissist, can you change? Like, can you?
Mm-mm.
No.
Nope.
It's just you're built that way.
Absolutely not. Because the disorder is that you are so afraid to admit something is wrong with you. So you would have to literally be like, okay, I'm going to therapy because I realize this is a bad trait and I'm doing all these awful things.
Oh, but you can, if you realize it, you can manage it or do something about it.
Yeah, if they did, but they don't. I mean, it's just like a lot of things in like psychology is like if somebody's a narcissist, they kind of like go, okay, well, we can't really. They kind of just like give it up. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And a lot of narcissists will go to therapy for validation, not necessarily to heal, so that they can have like this backup thing, like I'm in therapy and everything, and my therapist says that I'm this and that and the other, and that you're the bad guy.
Did you ever watch The Sopranos?
No.
That was a whole thing. One of the big ongoing like things in The Sopranos is Tony Soprano sees a therapist, and it's like the same therapist throughout the whole show. And at one point, so the therapist is talking about, she can't reveal anything, but she's like, I have a very interesting client. They're in the mafia, whatever. To her therapist friends, and they're like, oh, well, didn't you see the newest thing? And it's like, I don't remember if they said sociopath, psychopath, or narcissist, but those people go to therapy specifically, to like justify what they're doing.
Yes, exactly. That is true.
Interesting.
That is true, especially, it sucks. Like, and I've seen this happen because I've seen it happen. They'll go to like family therapy or couples therapy, and they will get the therapist on their side. If the therapist isn't well trained, and they don't have to be, why? Because there's no pharmaceutical that can cure narcissism or like even calm it down. So it's not required for therapists to understand narcissism. They have to specifically specialize in it or like elect. So like not all therapists know that. So that's why they can get snowed by narcissists. And so they will do that. They will go to couples therapy and they will go to family therapy and they will lie. And they have no problem lying because they have no guilt or remorse. They're incapable. And they will get the therapist on their side. It's awful.
That's crazy.
It is freaking crazy. It's awful.
Back to my hero.
Okay.
Okay. We don't have a lot left for the app. But yeah, so what was the last? Oh yeah. So the obstacle race. So all the kids come out, and everyone's all excited and worried or whatever. And then they start the obstacle race. And so they all have to funnel through this door.
Yeah.
And Todoroki immediately is like, F y'all, frozen, freezes the way in, and it affects most people, but some people, including a lot of 1A, are able to kind of get around it a little bit. We see Mineta using his sticky balls as stepping stones. He
throws them, and then everybody jumps on them. I love that.
But Mineta immediately gets murdered by one of the robots. The robots show up. And we have a great line from Todoroki. So Todoroki, Todoroki, Momo, and I remember the two others were just let into UA. So Todoroki didn't have to do the entrance exam, so he hadn't seen these robots yet. He's like, oh, these are the robots that they had to deal with. And he freezes them, no problem. And President Mike is like, my God, he's amazing. And Todoroki says, what does he say? I haven't read.
He just smirks about it.
Look between their legs.
Oh.
The robots, because they're all like, oh, he froze them for us. Like,
really?
Thanks, Todoroki.
Oh, yeah.
But he's like, yeah, but look between their legs because they're all frozen at weird angles and they're all going to fall on the students.
Oh, yeah.
So
So watch out.
It's weird, this whole thing, because Mineta gets that would kill anyone.
Yeah.
He gets whacked by this steel arm, he's dead. Todoroki's
he's not dead. He's just out.
Todoroki's like, watch out, these things are gonna fall on you and murder you. I don't know.
God.
This is a weird society where everyone's just like, oh yeah, that's a good move. What about the business kids, right?
Yeah.
If one of these robots falls on them, they're like, that's my son who just died in this obstacle course.
In the obstacle course. He didn't really die, though. He fainted.
He fainted. Because I don't know if Recovery Girl would be like, oh, you're flat as a pancake? Don't worry, I got you. Yeah.
Blows you back up.
What is that Who Framed Roger Rabbit? When someone gets mulled over by the steamroller.
Oh, yeah.
Was that Christopher Lloyd? And he gets blown back up because he's a cartoon.
I love that.
But yeah, and so we kind of start to see we get a little taste of the obstacle race or the sports festival in general. We actually get to see a little preview of Shinso's quirk because Deku's kind of just slipping on the ice. Mina uses acid on her feet to kind of skate along the ice.
Oh, yeah.
Mineta uses his sticky balls.
Sticky balls!
Most people are just kind of slipping and sliding, but then we see Shinso has 3 brainwashed people carrying him.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So we get a little preview of Shinso's quirk.
I love that.
Yeah, but it's pretty interesting. But yeah, then that's kind of the end of the app. We get to see the obstacle race start, the sports festival start. And so, yeah, for the next, I assume handful or so episodes, we're going to be in the sports festival.
We're a sports thing.
At some point, we get to see Stain. I guess.
can't wait. It's got to be like, I bet it's like 15. I bet we spend all of this time doing a sports festival, and then 15, they're like, all right, let's do something else. We're over it.
15. Oh, you mean like 15 eps in?
Yeah, 15
Okay,
yeah.
Because I think you're right, because I think, so season 1 was like 13 eps. I think every season after that is like 24, 25 eps.
Yeah.
And I think, in general, it's like half of the season is like one arc, second half is another arc. So I bet you're right, where it's like, so this season's like 25 eps. So yeah, 12 to 14 eps is going to be Sports Festival, and then the second half is Stain.
Yes.
So,
and then it gets good.
And then it gets good. But yeah, so that is the ep. We're going to wrap up with another, who said it?
Bakugo or Clifford Chapin? Who said it? All right. I'm going to be better than All Might and better than you.
Bakugo.
That is true. All right. I'm honestly honored to be part of something people actually... Yeah!
Bakugo would never say that.
Okay. Let's see. Ooh, this is kind of a trick one. Don't tell me I can't. I'll blast through every damn obstacle if I have to.
Well, what? Blast? No. I mean, the trick one.
So, yeah.
That's Bakugo.
Okay.
Is it Cliff, like, quoting Bakugo or something?
Well, Cliff has said things that are similar, and it's just coincidentally similar. And he just says he enjoys pushing through challenges.
Okay. So that was Cliff that said that. Okay.
Yeah, that's what, so it's like either one, yes or no. Yeah. All right, let's see. How about our last one is... Oh, that one's easy. Is that it? Okay, yeah, that is it. Damn it.
Well, yeah, what's
Get out of my way before I murder you with my bare hands.
That was definitely... No, that's Bakugo.
That is Bakugo. Okay, yay. Woo, you won.
Right, there you go.
But next time, we want somebody else to do this game. So, how are they going to do that? Are they going to
put a phone right here, call the number?
But how do they say whether or not they want to do it?
I'll drop a ping in the Discord.
All right, check out the Discord if you want to, play this game with us.
There you go. Boom. We did it.
We did it, friends.
Well, there you go. That is Spark and Chaos, A Journey of Thought with Kyle and Leah, episode 16, My Hero Season 2, Ep 2.
Did it.
Boom. We did it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you're watching this, you can listen to it everywhere. Spotify, TuneIn, Apple, wherever you want. If you're listening to this and you were like, I want to see their fun faces and reactions and whatever, and their show and tells.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we're going to name the character profile thing. It's, what is it? Fun facts and whatnots?
Fun facts and whatnots. That's what it is.
If you are listening to this and you want to watch it, youtube.com/@sparkandchaos. And if you want to watch it early and uncensored, make sure you check out the Patreon. Patreon.com/KPF Productions. Leah, where can the people find you at conventions and socials and all that?
Next weekend, I will be in Houston for Collecticon. Houston, come see me. Yay!
Come see me. Next weekend, I'll be in Calgary, Alberta? Calgary in Canada for Calgary Expo.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I believe Jade Saxton is going to be there.
Oh,
who else is going to be there?
I don't know. I'm not.
Well, you'll be in Houston.
I'll be in Houston. It's fine.
Let's see who's going to be there real quick. Let me see if I can.
If you could do that.
Back to the Future cast is going to be there. Helen Hunt, Heather Locklear.
No way.
Yeah, some Twilight people.
Heather Locklear, I love her.
Yeah. Dante Bosco, some Ninja Turtles.
Oh my gosh.
Some Has-Been Hotel people.
Okay, whatever.
Some Avatar people. Let's see, Brittany Karbowski, David Matrenga, Ian Sinclair, Jade Saxton, Mallory Rodak, Sunny Strait, and Tia Ballard will be joining me.
Tia.
From the anime people for Calgary Expo.
Well, that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Y'all have fun. I'll be in Houston with everyone else.
With everyone else. But yeah, I'm Kyle Phillips Fun everywhere. YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, all that fun stuff. I stream 3 nights a week on Twitch, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sunday nights, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. I believe, as long as I'm still having fun, this is on a Wednesday. Tomorrow night, I will be streaming Red Dead Redemption 2. Sunday night, I'll be streaming, a shooter, probably Halo, and doing giveaways.
Oh, damn.
This Sunday. And if you are subscribed to Tier 2 or 3, I'm doing a Tier 2, 3 bonus event Friday night in my Discord. So come check that out. What about you?
That's cool.
Where can people find you?
Leah Clark VA everywhere, especially Instagram. I'm also on Twitch, but I'm not as cool, so I'll just be playing some Stardew tonight, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Come hang out.
There you go.
Peace.
I had a weird snort. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you next time for Season 2, Episode 3 of My Hero.
Yay!
Spark.
And chaos.